Like the video and subscribe right now, and this doggo will teach you how to become lit. My black cat looks like my white cat's shadow. I have only 4 fingers on my left hand and have an index finger instead of my thumb. Found an edge piece in my bag of goldfish. My picture of today's sunset looks like it is from GTA. My girlfriend and similar looking horse. My plant can't grow close to the Wi-Fi hub. This black car looks like a mirror after being washed. My friend's phone case blends in with this 1982 school library circulation desk. My neighbor's house encased in ice after the recent blizzard in Ohio, onshore of Lake Erie. I got a warning for leaving my laptop unattended in the library. If we had time to leave this card, or thief had time to remove your belongings. Keep bag and personal effect with you at all times. My friend met a stranger at a wedding that looked just like him and was wearing the same thing. This tree looks like straight up broccoli. My mom painted this outlet to match the rocks. Our refrigerator has revolving levels, so you can reach everything easily. This toothpaste describes what each of its ingredient is and its purpose. I drew poppy outlines for my class to cut out. They look like they overlap but don't. My dog destroyed her toy cactus, and there was another sad cactus inside. I have hereditary gap in my eyebrow. This group we came across in a forest casually hiking in medieval outfits. The sun shining through my fish tank aligned perfectly on each knob. My Uber driver offered a conversation menu for his ride. Ride menu Fairbanks, Alaska. The road rage ride. I complain about every other driver, their vehicle and why they shouldn't be allowed on the road. The analyst ride. Something bothering you? I listen with a sympathetic ear and maybe help you see your problem with some clarity. No guarantees. The informative ride. I tell you as much as I can about Alaska and why you didn't stay here long enough to see all the important stuff. The restaurant ride. I talk about the variety of restaurants and help you decide where to eat. Sometimes I even offer suggestion on which waitress to ask for. The Simon and Garfunkel ride. Sounds of silence. The life's lessons ride. I share some of life's most essential lessons. Take them or leave them. The political ride. Just kidding. You have yours, I have mine. I can't change your mind and you can't change mine. The me ride. I tell you all about me. What your picture taken. A course in photography has given me a solid foundation for snapping good pictures. My grandpa has a case for his sauces. Giant puffball mushroom my sister found in the woods. Bathroom at my dentist has a picture of the bathroom at my dentist hanging on the wall. This window that makes my backyard look like it's in 4 different seasons. My college used to be shopping mall. This tree grew over the sign, but under the paint. My bank sent me 64 copies of the same debit card. Found a travel brochure from the World Trade Center while cleaning out my house. The closest some of us will ever get to heaven. I hit a ticket jackpot and started redeeming the tickets before they finished dispensing. I came in my kitchen to find a lizard using a sponge as a raft in the sink. I live in New Mexico. I saw 4 generations of Honda Civics in order of age, all in white. The way my dog spots faded over 10 years. The fog during my flight make Illinois seem like it hasn't rendered. My 100% complete collection of every Lego shield ever made. The Korean taco place we got takeout from give us a roll of toilet paper with our meal. This hexagonal graph paper for organic chemistry. My husband ordered a used laptop, and it was arrived completely packed in little paper cranes. My boyfriend's homegrown potato looks like the Reddit icon. Dropped my headphone at the beach, and it pulled iron out of the sand. Without barriers, the British still know how to queue. Our electrician left all of the screws in a vertical position in our new kitchen. These 3 random men in my photo look like the same person. I made a hidden glow-in-the-dark galaxy in my resin kitchen floor. My hotel phone in Iceland has a special button that will wake you up if there are northern lights in the sky. This pet shop don't sell bunnies at Easter. Our bunnies are on an Easter break. I got a whole plane to myself when I was accidentally booked on a flight just meant for moving crew. My local library has a library of things for residents to borrow useful household items like toolkits and power washers. This one dude in the crowd in a neon shirt. I built the $800 Lego Millennium Falcon set out of parts I already had. The angle of the sun removes the italics on the shadow. Was at the beach and found a shell with barnacles on it that makes it look like an anatomically correct heart. TV light simulator. Give the appearance someone is watching TV. The guy who does the grass for my building left a rectangle of wildflowers so the bees can use them. Our cat Maya rests her front paws on her tail to keep them off a cold surface. My Australian tax refund shows where my money went. The corrosion on this tap water looks like a map. I have partial heterochromia in both eyes. My airplane bathroom had a window in it. This bee photobombed my picture and ended up in perfect focus. The sun hit this freshly paved tarmac just right and made a real rainbow road through polarized lenses. The map chipped into this post. Ken Jeong was a physician at the hospital I work at. The golf balls at the mini golf on this pier are biodegradable and fall into the sea at the 18th hole. This ring mirror in my hotel bathroom reflects differently of my glasses since each eye has its own prescription. My husband's fully reflective iridescent rain set. A list of American amendments that were never approved. The following is a very limited list of some of the proposed amendments that never left the halls of Congress. 1876. An attempt to abolish the United States Senate. 1876. A forbidding of religious leaders from occupying a governmental office or receiving federal funding. 1878. An executive council of 3 to replace the office of president. 1893. Renaming this nation the United States of the Earth. 1893. Abolishing the United States Army and Navy. 1894. Acknowledging that the Constitution recognized God and Jesus Christ as the supreme authorities in human affairs. 1912. Making marriage between races illegal. 1914. Finding divorce to be illegal. 1916. All acts of war should be put to a national vote. Anyone voting yes had to register as a volunteer for service in the United States Army. 1933. An attempt to limit personal wealth to $1 million. 1936. An attempt to allow the American people to vote on whether or not the United States should go to war. 1938. The forbidding of drunkenness in the United States and all of its territories. 1947. The income tax maximum for an individual should not exceed 25%. 1948. The right of citizens to segregate themselves from others. 1971. American citizens should have the alienable right to an environmental free of pollution. I build a miniature audience out of ads I got in the mail. My broken antenna on my car looks like a half-sunken boat. This Sprite can I found in the ceiling of an old mall. 1988 Winter Olympics. I ordered a 119-year-old book online and quite a few pages are uncut, meaning no one ever read it. My friend's dog gently puts yoni into his mouth when he is happy to see you. The thorn that's been traveling through my fingernail since July 18th completed its journey today. This baby store has different surfaces to road test the strollers. The new house my parents bought has a secret room hidden under the stairs. These water jugs look like they are getting married. Beach litter. A free coffee if you collect a bucket of rubbish off the beach. Buckets available from the cafe. Every little helps. You can see the number 8 between the diamonds in this 8 card. My neighbor are moving their entire house back 200 feet. This window in a local library that goes into a creek. The way the ice froze on my car this morning. This guy at work's huge dad wallet. My chicken sandwich looks vaguely like Johnny Bravo. My alcohol looks like cleaner, and my cleaner looks like alcohol. My tour guide's tool picking up littered bottles along the trail. Was cutting down a tree at a golf course and found a golf ball wedged in it. This fallen post looks like a discarded cigarette. I left summer roll on my desk for 4 days. The bean sprouts are sprouting. This bathroom hand washing area with mirrors in the shape of sunglasses. I found a pair of anti-paparazzi pants at the thrift store. I found a book called The Ancient Thirst to Read. It's actually a flask. I saw some ants carrying a glove up a lamp. I snapped a photo of my dog through a window screen that looks like an old painting. This general store sign showing that there is actually a difference between jelly and jam. What's the difference? Preserves. Made from cooking the whole fruit. Jam. Made from cooking mashed fruit. Butter. Made from cooking strained fruit pulp. Jelly. Made from cooking fruit juice. The logo of my umbrella only shows up when wet. This keypad randomizes the numbers every time so someone doesn't figure out the password from your hand movements. The morning rain makes it seem as though the guy in this ad is sweating profusely. 3 girls in the same row, wearing the same color sweater, with the same color hair. Modern tomato versus one grown 150-year-old seeds. Chairs at my new job have rollerblade wheels, so we can roll quietly. The watermark face on this counterfeit $50 bill. This dead straight line of bubbles in my beer. This restaurant wears 1-star Yelp reviews behind their t-shirt. Just be aware that good American customer service will not be served here. This message stamped on the squeaker inside the stuffed animal my dog just destroyed. Game over. Your dog won. Discard this squeaker. My son came home with a sticker reminding us picture day was the next day. The next school day is picture day. It's so cold here in Iowa that there is now frost on the inside of my door hinges. My city tells us if road projects are on time and on budget. 10% over budget. 5 months late. My T times 4 came from the very center of the tree. At 45-year-old, I finally learned how to ollie. A school of jellyfish congregated under this boat. The fog lifting and changing the view from my house between 8 AM and 10 AM. Found my old cell phone with optional clip-on chatboard for easy texting. I made a piano shelf. Husband received a letter he wrote to himself in 1998. Dear Mike, how's life going for you? Things are doing okay here in good old 1998. I wonder what type of games they have in your time. How good are the special effects in the movies there? Right now the most popular movie out is Titanic. Do you remember watching that? How many friends do you have now? I hope you're going to college. How are you doing in the music, art, writing business? So did you finally get that Nintendo 64? I hope so, for my sake. So what happened to Bill Clinton? You know, our old president. Yourself, Mike. My work continues. The paint lines up the wall to help people park. There is a live crayfish defending the rice aisle in my local Asian market. My friend has a master collection of over 100 copies of Shrek on VHS. This plaque at the dog park commemorating a park record. On September 2nd, 2019, a dog park was established. 4 dogs, in quick succession, peed on one woman. My nails pushing the chemo out of my fingertips. My dining room table houses a secret spiral staircase. In my country the cereal can't have cartoons in those boxes. A worker in my factory has a cowboy hat that doubles as a hard hat. This restaurant gives you a discount if you have well-behaved kids. Last night my wife's Uber had a duck in it. The smallest handrail you've ever seen. These 3 ceiling fans run off of one motor. The way this picture of a frozen puddle in my backyard looks like a landscape from the perspective of a plane. Sat on a beach outside an office and noticed my reflection in the window perfectly fit in the chair. Instead of flowers, people bring sticks to this dog's grave. I traced around my vitiligo spots. Planting 90,000 ash trees take a few inches of shovel. A little crab pen holder I found in Tokyo. A storm literally picked up and moved this road. My dogs appear to have merged this morning. New credit card 3-digit. CVV. Changes every 4 hours. My friend's smoked cauliflower looks like an explosion. Knife made of cable from the Golden Gate Bridge. Our realtor gave us a Christmas ornament of our new house. A line of campus bots following me at my college. All 4 of my cat's paws have unique black/pink combinations. The local blood bank have these signs to show how much blood they have. My rotting Goomba pumpkin looks more like Goomba now than it did when it was freshly carved. In 1994, I paid $4,060 for a 9GB drive. When I went to Switzerland and happened to look exactly like this random wood statue. Twinkies and Pop-Tarts in Swedish disgusting food museum. The hotel I'm staying at has the fire evacuation plans at ground level, so you can see them if smoke has filled the hallways. This purely golden bee landed on my car today. My dad's new fire pit is a 60-inch excavating bucket. 1 cup of sand from every beach and desert I visited over the past 3 years. This ornamental hand at my local Ikea with the middle finger zip tied down. Theatre marquee describes the current stage of construction. Now playing drywall installation. This Christmas tree farm has new fizz that will cut your tree to your car for you. The portrait mode on my iPhone got partially rid of the glass in this picture. My roommate spatula has a stand, so the bit that touches your food doesn't touch the counter. My town's library is under construction, so they are using an old grocery store as the temporary library. This picture of my parents never actually happened, but 2 separate photos that fit perfectly together. Saw this converted classic BMW electric vehicle charging at the supermarket today. This garlic I bought doesn't have separate cloves, it's just one solid piece. Vending machine at work made an error and distributed everything all at once. They have 99% tip suggested. This morning I found by far the smallest frog I have ever seen in my entire life. My average sized fingernail for scale. If you ever meet Steve Martin by chance, he gives you a card as proof you met him. This certifies that you have had a personal encounter with me and that you found me warm, polite, intelligent, and funny. I work in the building with the longest hallway in America. Longest hallway in America, measuring 907 feet. This door in my hotel bathroom can close off either of 2 doorways. The picture of the Japanese movie advertisement is printed on 2 sides of the newspaper, so the full picture could be seen under light. My friend's giant sunflower. An old TV repurposed into a cat bed for my cat's birthday. My school has racks in the front office for kids to put their skateboards on during the day. This Where Are You From map at the Aurora Museum in Reykjavik, Iceland. My grandparents have a glassed over well in their kitchen. My lava lamp threw me the peace sign today. My peeler gives pixelated looking peels. Someone peeled off 20 years worth of Subway ads to reveal this road trip poster, circa 2000. Heavy rain turns stairways into waterfall. I photographed a white stag mid-sneeze. This shadow from 2 different trees in my parking lot. The book I was reading on the plane mentioned the flight I was reading it on. Flight BA 0016 from Sydney arrived in Singapore Changi Airport without any problems. And that was today's news. BA 16. Sydney to London. My dog runs around my pool in the exact same track so much that there's a ring of dirt in the grass. The difference in lighting between my sister's room versus my room at the exact same time of day. The perfect symmetry of this plant. This big ass leaf. Wife for scale. This handicapped sign is broken in a way that it suits my disability. This rainbow coming out of our dumpster. UPS making a delivery to FedEx ship center. Someone had all the failed presidential candidates' bumper stickers on their car. I found this ceiling light full of rubber ducks in a pub in Edinburgh. Gorilla glue completely dried before we used any of it. Cut it out of the bottle. An elderly customer came in today with a McDonald's VIP card. $10 gift certificate for parking overnight instead of drinking and driving. We think you're awesome because you left your car here overnight, which means you made us smart and safe. Judgment call bar star. We like the cut of your job. Please redeem this gift ticket for $10 at your next visit. Thank for being smart and good looking. Off-center pupil I've had since birth. This plastic bag looks exactly like a cat. This tiny ceiling tile at my house. The way the sun has weathered this sign, so it looks like it's heavy metal style. My friend's house key is shaped like a sword. Crow hopped as I took his photo. My university library has a wall where you can quite literally take a seat. My great-grandfather's social security card was made out of metal, not paper. A lizard fell from the ceiling and left this dusty imprint on my wireless charger. My local library moved into an old grocery store. Melted some beer cans and made a shiny rock. This unicorn picture is different in the mirror. Caught the reflection of the light in the window. Looks like it's floating in the sky. This stack of towels and rolls looks like Cookie Monster. My grass is an inch lower and got frost. My neighbors did not. Large ice crystals in Switzerland. The ants in my garage built a bridge over my glue trap. A customer mailed this tube with a tongue depressor attached to it to prevent it from rolling around. Last year we had a back break and it dropped 1.75 litre bottle of vodka and the pavement's been clean there ever since. This is a truck carrying the signs you see on the interstate. My dad wrote Isaac Asimov a question when he was young and Asimov took the time to answer him. Dear Mr. If the sun had no planets it would have all the angular momentum of the solar system, would rotate with a period of half a day, and would be a pronounced oblate spheroid. I don't think this would affect its lifetime or physical characteristics much. Isaac Asimov. There is a cursor in my jigsaw puzzle picture. My grandparents have every issue of National Geographic since February 1921. Uber driver hair formatted a perfect 25. The Futurama boxes have a 30th Century Fox logo. I drive this vehicle a mile under the surface of the earth. My husband got tipped with a $10 coin at work today. Chopsticks I got in Tokyo 2019. For the 2020 Olympics that never happened. The inside of my inflatable air mattress. Today I saw a woman walking her child on leash and her dog without a leash. My discount grocery store sells bulk M&Ms separated by color. The bathroom at my doctor's office has a discreet way for victims of abuse, violence, or human trafficking to get help. Domestic violence, human trafficking, Shrek's trafficking, slave labor, abuse. Scared to go home? Need help? We will help you. Do this. Tear off a strip. Give to any staff member. We will see you privately. I made a circle out of Lego bricks. The way my windscreen froze. My friend cat was recently put down, and the vet gave him this paw print of his cat that is full of flower seeds to be planted. When you plant this paw in your garden, wildflowers will bloom year after year in memory of your much beloved pet. Pumpkin peels look like low resolution images. I work for the railway and found this Gatorade carton in near mind condition in a tunnel. Date on the top says June 16th, 1988. I have been keeping a collection of the tiny balls and pen ink cartridges since middle school. This cat that lives at the parking lot at my job has extra toes. This restaurant has a painting of their very first customer. This spot in my high school where people pivot on the stairs. My daytime cold medicine melted in my car, and no, they look like elf shoes. These tiles have a perfect transition. The way my plate broke in almost even pieces. This weird lemon that grew on our lemon tree. This pen from a technical college that says how many words can be written with it contains approximately 13,000 words. Let's play a game. You make a wish, a person in comments will try to ruin it. Featured comment. Ryan, neighbor, eats all the candy from a huge candy bag they bought instead of giving it out to the trick-or-treaters. Me, could this be one of my people? If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.